Welcome guys, DB here. Right, we're going to Stormhaven because our vampirisms, I think we've got 12 minutes left I believe, so we're going to go and sort that out. So we've got that buff up. If I don't do it now I'm going to forget. Someone asked me why don't I use the vampirism abilities, like even though I've got the vamp, right? The reason being, let me bring it up. Where is it? World. Right. I mean, you could do. I mean, it's up to you. You know, I mean, a lot of it's. I mean, look. I mean, it's okay. For this particular class, I mean, I'm not really going to benefit really much out of it. It's fun to use, I suppose, but not really for this particular build as a sorcerer, really. But having the passive, just having the vampirism, you get the passives, right? See, 2 or higher, increase your magicka and stamina recovery. 2 or higher. This is what confused. I presume that's 2. So 2 and 1. Vampirism 1 and 2. I'd get recovery. My stamina and magicka recovery is 10%. So as long as I keep it at 2 and 1, that's why I have to go and vamp someone when you get like nearly 6 hours. Right? That's when you infect another player. You can give them the make them a vamp. 3. So if I go as low as 3, reduce your damage taken by up to 33% based on your missing health while you're below 50%. So, not to get confused, the fact that when you're at stage 2, you do take 15% more fire damage, but obviously if 3. If I go as low as 3, then I'll get the 33% regen. Oh, sorry, 33% less damage taken once I'm 50% health or below. But then I'm taking 50. So you've got pros and cons with it. I mean, it's handy because if you forget, you're out there and you know you're cracking on, and then you think, oh crap, like you know, you're stage 3 or whatever. Is it just stage 3 or so? Stage 2, you know. The only thing that does confuse me is when it says higher, stage 3 or higher, stage 2 or higher. I've never. Maybe I'll have to Google it. I don't know. I don't know if, like, what does it go up to? 3, 4? I don't know. 4, right? What does it say there? The health. No. So does that mean 4 is high or 1 is high? So stage 1 is the highest, and then or is 4 the highest? This is what I mean. I don't know. This is what confused me before because I was sort of keeping it at stage 2. I don't think a lot of people do know. You know, when it says stage 2, stage 2 or higher. So 2 through 3 to 4, or 2 to 1. So I've been playing it as 1 as high, right? So I'm keeping it at 1 because I don't want the 15%. I suppose you could argue the fact that doesn't make sense because it's easy just to keep it at 1, isn't it, really? Where if you sort of have to monitor it and keep it at 2 or keep it at 3 for certain buffs or certain points of it, you know, that's a little bit more, you know, brings a bit more tactical to it. Well, not tactical, what's the word? If you know what I mean. It's you know, if you're at stage 3, you don't want it to go stage 2, you don't want it to go to stage 4. So you're keeping it, you know, your eyes on it at stage 3. I really don't know, but anyway, that's the deal with it. Now, back to the question is why don't I use them? It's because every time what I found out correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if they've changed it or not, I haven't tried it, but over the, you know, since Vampirism or Werewolf's been out, and as far as Vampirism's concerned, Vampirism is that if I have one of these in my bar and I use it, it starts knocking down that time. So if I go and vamp a human being, right, I'll get just under 6 hours. Every time I use one of these abilities, it drops and it's quite a chunk. It drops the time down off of that 6 hours. I don't know how much, but I know you don't get much. You probably get 6 hours. You'd be lucky to get maybe an hour's usage. If you use it, I don't know if you're using it constant, you might get, you get about an hour's usage. So sort of in the hour, you have to keep going. You have to vamp someone. So it's got its, as far as that's concerned, it's got its pros and cons. If you like using the abilities, then obviously you've got to go and vamp someone and keep it up to date. I suppose every hour, or roundabout there, or something like that. It does drain the crap out of it. However, if you just have it as a passive, you're going to get your passive abilities, which is what, for this particular build, is what I use it for. I don't know, I suppose, I don't know what you could use these, what you could sort of coordinate into a build or into a class that you're doing. Maybe, I don't know, an assassin or something, or something sneaky, or I don't know. That's what I would see this as, sneaking about and you creep up but you can use them for anything. It's just I don't particularly do that because obviously it's there, passive, done.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland.
But yeah, if anybody is watching and they do know about the fact what's highest, what do they mean by high? Is 1 high or 4 high, or let me know. Whether you let me know on the stream, in the comments, or whatever, let me know, because to be honest, I don't know. I'll have my hands up with that one. So, but I'm doing it as 1. I'm assuming 1 is higher. So until I know or find out otherwise, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I haven't found a problem with keeping it at 1. I'm not. Ain't it weird at this location? It always sort of struggles a bit. Certain parts of the game, you'll get that stuttering. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it at that until I know otherwise. But hello. Oh, really? Where the hell did you come from? You've got to be. Stick me daggers out. Yeah, this is handy for picking them off, though, isn't it? Boom, boom, and boom. I love it. That's just a bit. I've got that. I don't have to use it. That's the beauty of this in number 1 in both bars. Look, right? I don't have to use it, and it's just there for a bit of fun, or just there if I need it, just to finish off lights. I'm still building it up, so I'm excited to see what's going to come next. But look, while slotted, that's what I like. Right, this is the deal. Hang on, let me get something. Let me go and vamp this person first, because I'll get so engrossed, I get away with myself and I forget. On this character, I haven't even got the well blowed, or whatever you call it, the dark rub, I think it is. I haven't done that yet. I'll tell you what. Wow, I've done him already. Just a few posts. But I just think he looks so cool. Look. Imagine this on an assassin. I mean, that you'd have to have a sorcerer build over it, but for that, I bet you use that, innit? Or do you? Let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Is it? I think. Yeah. So the class, you're gonna have to be a sorcerer to get that. But it's so good. I think it's sexy. And I don't have to use it. Now, anyway, back to the bars. Now, the idea of setting your bars up is you don't want to fill every single bar, every slot with loads of stuff, using up all your resources, right? What you want to do is do what I've learned over the years. Now I've played this a long time, right? This is my back bar. Well, it's my back bar just for survivability, right? Let's go to your main bar. So you have one bar, right? Just all you need, one bar, and you put the most viable damage abilities in. It's going to pump out the most, right? Do all the most, whether it's over time, whether it's going to, you know, try and put in your best ones. It's going to, you know, like I've got this now. I put the fire down. That's something I put on the floor, put it down, and it's got, you know, 14 seconds. Right? I can plop it down, forget about it for 14 seconds. While it's down, you know, burning enemies take 20% more damage, blah blah blah. You know, so it's burning them for 1076 flame damage every 1 second. So, you know, for 14 seconds. Plus, you know, once you've got all your CP tree, your points in there, and all your gear buffs, and making that even more. So, you know, you're doing a lot of damage just having that down, right? But look at the Magicka, 4,405, okay? Right. I'm telling you this for a reason, right? So let's work this out. 4,405 Magicka, right? Obviously against your region. Then we've got that, another one we popped down for 10 seconds, doing AoE damage, right? Doing shock damage. So you got that, and then I put that down. The reason I got this, that's flame damage again. Plus, it's a bonus because it knocks them up in the air and stuns them. So I'm getting a bonus for it. So I'm getting a lot of bonuses. And then I've got this, another pure. This is just, you know, for a sorcerer, this is just unbelievable. Don't leave home without it, you know. Does a lot of damage, and it immobilises them for 2 seconds. Anybody that steps in them. And what is you upgrade it. I think you start off with 2 or 3 mines. Have a look. Yeah, you must start off with maybe 2, and you upgrade it. So they walk in there, and boom, that one goes. You've got 2 left. Another one, boom, another one. So you can potentially do 3. Good for PvP, right? Good for PvE, right? For AoE damage or whatever. But it's so I've got 2 abilities for PvE that I can use. I've got this one, the trap down. Again, PvE does load nice damage, AoE, whatever, and good for PvP, right? And I've also got that. Oh, I can put it over there, right? I can, and then run my flame. Or I can just run it through the both, whatever. But either way, they're going to hit that. Boom, they're going to hit 3 of 3 there, and you know, if a group of them run into there. You've got 4 of them running together. They run and, you know, trigger that, boom, they all go up. Simple as that. Here it's going to hit 3 minimum, and then once they go off, I can just plop it down again. Boom, they go off. I can run along. You know, I've got chasing me. Boom. I've got to dodge that every time. I can place it, you know, where I want, over there. You know. So very handy, right? If I've got them pinned down, then obviously, you know, I've got these 2 here, right? So this, it took me a long time to sort of work out of everything I've got, what's sort of most viable, what's most, you know, cost effective, that's going to enable me to, you know, keep that Magicka up and stamina, so I can run about, and, you know, this, that, and the other. And this is it. This is new. I've plopped this in there because of the gear I've got. I'm using, it's this one here. You've got the rattle cage is something else that's damaged, but it gives me 20% sorcery spell damage all the time, right? So no matter what weapon I'm doing, whatever I'm doing, I'm pumping out 20% extra all the time. Plus, crit. The crit rating is I've added 2,191. Again, that's at all times. So these 2 sets, and then I've got this. Now, forget the head and shoulders a minute. All this here, these 2 sets here, right? Weapon and restoration, that's your build. This leaves your monster set open to whatever you fancy getting. You can put whatever you want in there. It doesn't have to be. It could be damage. It could be heal. It could be there's something to do. Whatever you want, whatever you fancy in there. That's why I've done this build, right? Because I can put anything. I don't even have to have a monster set in there. I can add something else, whatever I want, right? I mean, it gives two items, gives you a nice little whatever. So, and there's loads of monster sets out there you can choose from, decide what you want to do. Which, you know, I could put something so it plops a thing down a totem to heal group or me, or something that's gonna something erupts underneath them and, you know, throws them up in the air again and all this crap. I've chose this one, right, which is AoE, meteorite or whatever, comes down and bang, does mass damage, fire damage, and, you know, 8% chance to summon. So the lower that percentage, the higher that percentage, the better. But that's proc pretty often. And the good beauty about this, what you've got to look out for, is it can occur once every 5 seconds, which is bloody good, right? You don't want something that's gonna, okay, it can only happen every 20 seconds or whatever. It's quite a long wait. So don't waste it. But, you know, that's the beauty of this, with this set. Also, as far as the sorcerer is concerned with this set, is I don't need, with the treasure hunter, I remember a couple of years ago, maybe a bit longer, this is the treasure hunter is what the sorcerers used to use as one of their main, right? What's the other one? Mother of Sorrow, innit? They got different things. If you use a Mother of Sorrow set and something else that compensates that to do with your spell damage and crit and everything, right? You're then sort of limited on what sort of monster set you could actually potentially put in there, because you want it to sort of coerce with, you know, your sets and what you're doing. Because I can put whatever monster set I like in there. I've got different ones in the bank. I can just plop in there and have a fiddle with them and see what I fancy. Just if I like the look of it, for even, you know, doesn't matter. I've got enough damage going on now. That's the beauty of why I've done this. Now, again, restoration stuff is for my survivability, not just for me, but for the group as well. You could do it just for you. I've put a restoration in my back bar, simply, right? That's going to be using most of my Magicka, right? Doing all my damage. Plus some heavy attacks and I'm pulling back 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, right? You don't need more than that. I can spam these, you know, 14 seconds, 10 seconds. These are the ones here, 36 seconds. Well, it stays down, but these are the main ones here, right? You put it down, they land in it, it goes off, plop it down. I can spam these. Having these two doing all that damage, these here give me that breathing space for the Magicka, and, you know, I can run about and concentrate more on dodging and being a bit more versatile, and running around the mobs and dodging, and, you know, I'm spamming these down, and, you know, that, for instance, you know. So really good for that, and it's good for PvE, PvP. So we've got some heavy on there for armor, we've got some light to keep everything, you know. Now if we go in now restoration, I've still got that in there. Again, that ball's going to fly along. Other group members, anybody can click it. It's going to do mass damage. They get resources back, depending whichever's highest. And so it does. Not only does it do damage constantly while it's floating through to all different enemies, like a group of mobs, fire that off. It's just going to constantly keep destroying them. You know, doing loads of damage. And then someone comes up, clicks it, boom. Now to explode for 6,589 magic damage to nearby enemies, and restores 3,960 Magicka or stamina to the ally, whatever maximum is higher. So good resource, And for a sorcerer to lay down, to have this resource floating off is good, right? You'll see most sorcerers using this now, simply because of the, mainly because of the damage, but because you're getting more than one thing out of it. That's what I like about the abilities. I don't just stick things in there that you know, you just put them down, boom, does a bit of damage, that's it. I want to get as much as I can out of it, out of the use, and all these do that. Again, we've got this. This is a lifesaver, this one here, right? This is more of a group thing. So is this as well, but this is for yourself. Whenever you hit this, it's going to do you and any. It's like a wide spread. You probably see me when I'm running around with it in the dungeons and that. If I hit it, you can see that spread. A bit hard to see, I hope. Right? It's like a cone in front of you, or whatever, right? So I can run around, boom, do you lot, boom, do them lot, and run over there, he's getting done, do him, you know. But every time I do that, it's doing me, healing me as well. Plus, I'm getting a buff. But look, it's going to be up in my physical and spell, I believe. Also got, so it does 7,166 healing per every time I click it, right? Boom. That's a huge saver. You know, it's not something that does, you know, for over 5 seconds or whatever. It's instant, right? Also grants minor resolve, increasing you and your allies' physical resistance to spell resistance. 1,320 for 16 seconds. So I could just essentially just boom. Now for 16 seconds, I've got the physical's gone up. It wasn't 13, remember? And my spells resistance gone up. But that's why we got that. For the sorcerer anyway. Now it's up to 20, 25, which is lovely. Me what's his name's gone again, but look. Alright. For a sorcerer, I must have. You've definitely got to have something. If you haven't got this as a restoration, you've got to have something else in there. You've got this, they all have this, but you need something in there. A Templar is, I think, is fantastic. You're going to lose that, but you get there's a ground one you put down, and it gives you a 50%. It ups your physical and whatever protection 50%. So that's another huge. That's a Templar. I don't know about others, but we are talking about, you know, at the moment we are talking about the sorcerer, you know, damage, which is huge. I mean, look at our spell damage, 2,305, and that is huge. That is good, right? We've got a nice 36, just over 36% of spell crit damage. That's a chance to crit, so that's pretty good, right? Weapon crit, physical attacks 19%, which is still good. Physical, I think what that means with a staff or anything like that, I think when you do the like the little pokes, I would assume that is classed as physical, because you're not holding it down and doing a, you know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody's watching and they know, but from what playing and from what I've, because it crits when if I hold it down, it will crit at the end of it. But if I just do this at nearly 20%, right? Let's average it out. Let's do 10 clicks, right? Now, so if I'm on a mob, and I go 1, 2, 3, crit, 1, 2, crit, 1, 2, 3, 4, crit. So every time I say crit is when it actually crits. Alright, now if that was like 50, 60, 70%, it'll be critting every time near enough. So we're looking at, say, 1, 2, crit, 1, 2, 3, 4, crit. Right. To me, that's good. Now, if I hold it down, that's a long, heavy cast for a chance to see whether it's going to actually crit or not. So I'm going to do the base damage. And the question is, am I going to crit at the end of it? Right, well, when you do the thing about this, right, is what you've got, this is what you've got to decide to do, right? When I need Vegeta, and I want to pull some Vegeta back, right, because it's getting a bit low, that's where I'm going to use my heavy, right, or I'm on a main boss. If I'm on main bosses, or I've got a little group out in the world, and you know, you've got the big boss, big dude there, I'm going to hold that down, because one, it's going to do more damage, because the longer you hold it down, the more damage you do, and it's going to pull me back Vegeta, which is a hell of a lot. So I could do a rotation, say on my front bar there, on my DPS, or on me restoration, and then hold it down as a heavy, maybe 1 or 2, and get all my Vegeta back. Boom, done. And then off I go again. I mean, if you master it, if you master the rotation and just, you know, don't go too manually, you know, don't want to go, you know, bang, bang, put your abilities down, go to the next one. Before you know, when you swap, I normally go, I normally put that down, buff myself up, right? Doesn't matter where I hit that because it's on both parts. Now I put all me damage dealing down. Once I've done that, I swap. Now I do a heavy to pull back any Vegeta that I've lost. Right? Then off I go again. Now bear in mind the crit works for both starts for the rest. So if I'm critting on healing, obviously the bigger the heals. So again, I'm not like a main healer, but I've been in a group where the healer's down, right? Or the healer's got disconnected and we're on a boss or something, and it's a vet. And I'm quite chilled and more than comfortable switching to, you know, doing me DPS rotation, laying all that down, and then switching to me healing, right? Just them 2 abilities for healing. Well, I've got 3 there. I've got the ball thing, and I know the ball one doesn't heal that one, but I've got them 2. I'll just run around, do that. That's a beam that goes out to all of them, and just follow them around and keep healing them once they're buffed up, because it's mass. That's a mass heal, right? Back to DPS in. So again, you know, a good DPS, and if we need that backup healer, or you know, the healer's down and we need some healing, there you go. We've still got some work to do with this, but that is it anyway. We've still got some work. We've still got our ultimate here, which is good. That creates a storm down. It builds for 2 seconds and then lays waste to all enemies in the area. Again, AoE, dealing 8,914 flame damage every second for 7 seconds. Guys, that's huge. For a sorcerer or damage, that is huge. You've got to have it. There's no ifs and buts about that. Where is it? Is it on the weapon? Yeah. No, hang on. It is, isn't it? Hang on. I've got the. Wait a minute. I'm getting confused here. I'm sure it's that. Ah, yeah, it is that. Right, that's on the weapon, right? Now, you look at that. That is huge, right? And I thought, wow, yeah, got to have that. It's good. You're getting, you know, it does damage, AoE, and it's huge for 7 seconds. Every second for 7 seconds. That's not like 8,914 over 7 seconds. That's nearly 9k of damage, AoE damage. Everyone in that area is going to receive that damage for 7 seconds, every second. Huge. And it's got such a low build up, 212 ultimate. Guys, you can build the ultimate builds up quick, right? Now, you think that's bad, right? Build this up to 10, and look, boom, look at that. 11,553 flame damage to all enemies in the area, and knocks them down and stuns them for 2 seconds. And after impact, enemies in the target area take 3,826 flame damage every second for 13 seconds. I mean, that initial blast, 11,553, and stuns them, knocks them down, all on the floor. Again, good PvE, good PvP. This is just a PvE, right? You wouldn't use this in a PvP, right? This is just pure damage bomb, right? So you wouldn't have this in a PvPs. You could do, you want that, do some damage in a group, but to me, like I said, I look at abilities or stuff on a build that's gonna, I want to get the most out of that one. It's costing me that Magicka, or it's costing me that ultimate, whatever. That's costing me 4,405 Magicka, right? It's huge. So if I'm plopping that down on the floor, I want it to do something. I want it to be worth my while, right? That one ability, or that, or these two, any of these two here, could be a matter of staying alive or being killed. Simple as that, right? You ain't got much. You've got a little bit. Look, so low. That's the lowest one, but that, look, 4,806. So I want, they're expensive. Don't just put them in there because you think, oh, they look sexy, they look nice, pretty colours. You want it to do something, right? Same with that. So until I build this up, my Mage's Guild to 10, which is opening up, go around the world and finding the lore books. That's what I'm going to do. And then that is going straight in there like that. Definitely, without a shadow of that. So really, I've still got that to do, right? Which we will. We'll be getting that as we go. That will be this build fully done. This, I'm loving it. I'm still, I would say, am I still on the fence? I love it. I like it. You can plop it in there, just have it in there. You don't have to use it. But don't. It's fun. I just think it looks sexy when you start to put them blades. More of a fun thing, but for that light attack, 10% added. Again, it's not just something that's just it's pretty and it looks, I'm getting that. I'm thinking of the 5% stamina. Again, I'm running about a lot, dodging things. You start dodging using stamina, right? So I've got a nice stamina pool, so you need to keep that. You want to keep that, right? Look at that. All right. Very handy, but it's so good and it's true damage, and I can't wait. It's only up, what level is it? It's only up 1, so I can't wait to see what the next upgrade's going to be. Still got that's why they're sitting there, my points, because I want to see what this is going to evolve into, and I love it as it is. If you couldn't up this, it's perfect just as it is, let alone. I mean, true physical damage. That is a lot. 1,317, right? And the beauty of this is, right, it's such a low stamina down, right? 2,157. That is pretty low. That's pretty good to activate it, right? 40 seconds. That's a long, nice. I just hope they don't nerf this, because I've really fallen in love with this one. But the fact that every poke or every heavy attack, right, at the end of the heavy. See, the heavy must be at the end. It's the end of the cast. So don't get me wrong. Don't think you can hold it down, and if you don't complete that heavy attack, you're not going to get the dagger appear. Now, in 40 seconds, you only have to hit this once every 40 seconds. So it's active for 40 seconds, no matter what. I go boom, 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 boom. That's 4 daggers now. Around my shoulders, right, waiting to be fired off. Right. Now, if I hit number 1 again, because it's in my slot 1, it will use stamina, but half the amount. It's such a minimal amount. What's that? 1,000. 50, 60, 75-ish, just around about there. It's nothing. It's half the amount to fire it. By the time you've got all your 4 daggers up again, fire it again. I can load this up. Imagine it. Think of it as a shotgun or something, right? You fire off 4 rounds, load them up quick again, fire again, load them up, fire again. You can do that 4 times before you have to reactivate this. Obviously, the reactivation, I mean, is for the 40 seconds. So you've got to. That's why I poke. I don't do heavy attacks when I want to use that. I'll show you what I mean. Right now, 40 seconds. Watch. Poke. I try and get these daggers up as much as I can. Poke. Right, so I only got 1 off again, but I've got 40 seconds. Now you see what I mean. I'm doing a lot of damage and I'm critting. You saw that crit, right? You need a boss. You need a boss. Alright, let's do the little group here, watch. Let's activate it again, right? So we're gonna. That's all we're doing. Look at that, 7,000 something. They're still doing a nice 6,900. We're still active. I haven't. I'm forgetting to bloody it's because I'm talking. Right, I was talking. Right, I'm going to do this without talking because I want to see how many I can get. Because I'm talking. I was. You see what I mean? I just done a little group. I didn't like. What did you do with me? No, I was too busy dealing with me knives. Let me find a little group. I'm going to shut up while I do it. Do the rotation. And we're going to see exactly what we can get. A little group around here, isn't there? There's only 2 there. Now let's go. Let's get me wood. I want to find a nice little group. Oh, I didn't get me wood. Right, hang on. Right. We've got people doing the group. Alright, we'll take these on. Never mind. Right, we'll start with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's killing me all. But see what I mean? Just keep going. Now, if you look at the ability. Oh, it's just finished, look, see? So yeah, I think you can get 4, but you can do that. So that's 4 daggers, that's 4 hits, right? Let's find exactly. Is this damage per dagger? Right, half causing them to strike your targets for 1,370 physical damage every 0.3 seconds. So in other words, it's sort of instant. Let me fire one off a minute. I just want to see what it hits for. Hang on. Jesus Christ, you see that? Right, so that was 1. 2. So 0.3. So does that mean? I think when you've got like 4 up, every dagger, they don't all hit at once, like bang. They hit each one in turn at 0.3 of a third of a second, which is fast. It's like you having dual wield, like being a dual wield assassin. You've got 2 knives or 2 daggers or whatever in each hand, and you whack whack whack. You know, it's every something like that. It's so strong. 1, 2, 4. I mean, that is good damage. That is good damage.
From the sides!
Activate again, block. Now see my arms glow. You see that when I blocked? That's again activates a passive. should have brought it up when it blocked. I'm going to do that actually, so you can see. When I block, that's to do with something to do with my passives. I think it's your CP tree actually. Basically, when I block and I get hit, and as long as I've blocked, I think I gain protection. I gain like, or is it my next light attack does more damage? It's something in them lines. That crit, it's not bad. That's why it makes it a good PvP. Because, you know, you're not sitting there going like this. You can, as you saw, I'm running about, right, and I'm just poking. And you need that. You need to be able to run about and move. You know, your movability needs to be good when you're PvP. Right. You know, on PvP you can't just be standing there. Yeah. Another one here. Didn't look good though, look. Right, but I don't have to use it if I don't want to. It's, you know, I'll get the passive, it's just sitting there. And I could be in any bar doing it. That's another theory. I could be whacking some heels up, you know. Your guy. Right, so I can just be in any bar and it's there all the time. Very handy. Very handy indeed. Right. Anyway, we did come here to get our... I had to speak a little bit about that. Right, we've definitely got our primary stats. Now, I am using crit damage. Increase your crit damage 40%. There's the thief one. I don't know if the thief is the spell one, spell damage. I think. Increase your spell damage by 20%. Did that just pop in? Yeah. Why did that? Hang on. Was it? Major sorcery. 32. Look, see? Yeah, spell crit chance 10%. 10% plus on top of the what I've already got sitting there, 36. So initially spell crit, right? So 36.2. That extra 10% buff there, that's 46%, which is huge. That's why it's critting so much. You know, so I crit if I do the light attacks, I crit with heavy, I crit with the abilities. Having this down. Now that is AoE per second or whatever it is, right? That's doing damage, yeah, every second. So every second there's a chance that's going to crit. That's doing 1,076 flame damage. That's on a base, right? So every second there's a chance that's going to crit, and I'm at 46% with that buff when it procs. With this, which gives me 10% on 2,000. Yeah, because I've got that sitting in there. Yeah, it's that. If I take that out, I think that drops down. That drops down. Hang on. Yeah, if I take that out, the spell crit drops down. Oh, wait on, so it might be... Oh, so it's not 46, it's probably 36. So we're just I'm not 100% sure on that either. So anyway, 36. 36%. We'll call it that. It's just, I'm happy. But yeah. But we're going to see where this goes. I'll tell you what, I just want to get that up. I just want to see. What if I keep doing this? It's going to build up. Just go around and just keep hitting stuff, innit? I don't know if you actually use it. I'm not sure. For it to build up.
Circle around. Move to flank.
Wow, me back full already. Okay, let's get you out.
Yes?
He yells to make some room. Get rid of all the rubbish. Yeah, I'm not doing the glyphs at the moment, so don't really need that. Let's right, that'll do. Yep,
Come, do your trading.
you can go now. You're done. Now I use this. Who's on me? I could just keep running around doing this, couldn't I? Oh well, I know they've gone underground, haven't they? I know they're going to pop up somewhere. They normally do. Yeah. I'm not even using my other abilities. I'm just. Alright, well, I don't want to pick them up. Are we actually going up? Oh, it is, it is. Right. Let's go grab a few. Where are you? Out. That's what I do. Yeah, we'll plop some of that down as well, yeah? The reason I do that, keep it in this one, because I've got that hill, haven't I? Be careful what I pick up here. Oh, what's that? Like that. I'll do that because I think it builds up by using, so I don't want to kill him too quick because I need to get ready. Whack a heal on there. Do you? Thank you very much. Yep, got that. Whack a heal. Yeah. Is it not quite there or what?
Light it!
Oh, come on. Oh, we've got to be in. Where is it? Maybe that is the. I was like, maybe that is the next one. Then I thought you could go up more. It just says one. Oh, don't know. It's maxed out, I think. Alright, so maybe that is maxed out then. Oh no, it has gone to 2. I'm getting there. It frightened me for a minute. Yeah, it is. Look, we're at 2 now. Oh yeah. Let's build this up. Because then it will do more. Love it. Probably need higher mobs. Yeah, it's going to take forever. Let's just go in the dungeons, I think, and just have a bit of fun. We'll just wait, I guess. Innit? I'm happy with that. Definitely happy with that. Right. Still got some life on that. I think we've already done a daily, haven't we? No, we haven't. Okay. In we go with where was I going? Oh, I just come here to vamp, didn't I? I've got to go back to. We was here. Where was the rift? We haven't finished. Thanks. Oh, we haven't finished here. definitely got to go there. Finish that. Hang on, wait, what the hell? Storm. Oh, 32 out of 33. Ah. I see. Am I wrong, bloody? Riff. And what was I on? Yeah, Stormhaven. No, that's a new one and all. Oh, I started there, didn't I? Done all the oh, that was why. It is the Rift, so... Okay, I'm getting confused, so we was there. Okay, apologise for that. Right. Oh, dear. Oh yeah, someone asked me why they're not appearing when they follow or subscribe. When they subscribe, they come up on the stream now. When they follow, it's not coming up. Guys, when you follow, it does register. It comes up live on the thing, like as an alert, so you'll see that. But fortunately, it's not OBS. It's the actual stream labels thing. They've took out the feature of the following. Like when you do when you go into that little scrolling bit and it keeps it updated, so when someone subscribes or follows whatever, what used to happen is you'll go into the section where your stream labels is, right, and there's a drop down arrow and you go through the list. You've got a section under most top donators or most recent subscriber or whatever, right? So you'll go down the list until you find that. Once you go in there, you can click that, and then you can alter it. So you can put it with a gap, a space, or whatever, right? Then you can put it into the OBS under text, or whatever, with and with a scroll, a filter with a scrolling, so it's scrolling along. What you don't want is where it's just there and there's no spaces, so it's just constantly so and so has subscribed, so and so has subscribed, just constantly just scrolling along. There's no gap, nothing. It just looks a mess. As you can see, the subscriber, I've done it, and there's a nice gap, there's a little break before it scrolls along again. But you can't do that now with the following one. And I've looked on YouTube, and there ain't anybody talking about it or kicking up a stink about it. So to say, look, Streamlabs, what's going on? It's missing from the thing. The followers. It used to be there, but it's not now. The folders for the following, most recent followers, and Facebook followers, and all that is in the files as a file, but you can't alter that file. I've watched videos that say, oh, go in there and open Notepad or whatever, where it says the name of the follower, because that's where it registers. Hit the space bar before it and then just move it along, and then save it. But it re-updates. It re-updates itself and it's back to normal again, so it just overwrites what you've just done. So that's no good. What we need is the section where you bring up the source and then you select from the drop down, the following train or the subscriber or the most recent follower or whatever, and then from that bit, that's where you can alter put the spaces in and it saves it and it will keep it there. It used to work fine, but it's not there. They've got rid of it. So unfortunately, I can't. I don't know what else I can do with that. So it is stream label or Streamlabs or stream labels. It's that part that they need to look into and say, look. But people are just not. I don't know, or I just can't find the people that are not saying anything about it or are saying anything about it, but I don't know why, because I think it's an important feature. Having the most recent subscribers or followers or whatever. To me, that is a lot of the, as far as streamers are concerned, the strongest asset of all that, and the top donators or whatever. So why get rid of it? It just doesn't make sense. What I could do, I'll show you what I mean. I don't know if I can.
Tread lightly.
Let's see if I can show you what I mean. So we've got our Streamlabs, right? The stream labels, which is where is it? There, right? Now you have to have that active, running in your taskbar, just running, right? So every time when you stream, you click that and it's running, right? That's because it's updated. So if a new person subscribes or follows, that will then update your file within your OBS, within the stream label source that you've put in. Problem is, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can. Right. This is it here. This is what you need to work from, right? So it updates. Now, you click this here, right? This is it here. Donation train, right? So we've got. No, it ain't that one. Wrong one. Wrong one. No, it ain't that one. Really. This is the update. Oh, it's within the. Sorry, it's actually within the OBS, isn't it? Christ, no, let me see if I can. Yeah, it is. It's in within. Right. Let me bring this over a minute. Look. Now this is the source, settings for stream label. This is the source you put in, right? So at the moment, most recent subscriber, right? There's the token name. So before that, you'd put whatever you want. Hello, thank you for subscribing, whatever, right? And then the name will appear in them brackets. So you don't put that. You just type in whatever. I've got space bars, look, for the length, right? That way. As you can see, as it's scrolling, there's a break. If I can scroll, yeah, look. Did you see that? Oh. Right, I've put most recent subscriber. Little space, couple of spaces there. And you leave that there, the name, right? That's the token, that's the name of whenever someone subscribes, it updates. So don't change that. So you put whatever you put before that, right? And this is the result you get going according you can see on the stream. Now, to change this, I would add another source, call it another name, say most recent Facebook follower or something, or follower. Coming within this source, so now I'd have two. Now, I would want to drop this down, and what I'm looking for, as you can see, this is what I was on about. Look, all-time top total donations. Where's most recent donor? Where's the follower? It's gone. There's a subscriber one. There's no follower. There's just no follower. It's gone. Now if you look on these YouTube videos, I haven't found a right up-to-date one doing this, but if you look at them, they're telling you to do this, come in here, and click on this drop down, right? And then scroll down for that, and you see it in their thing on the most recent follower. They go, oh, we'll click on that one, most recent follower or whatever, right? But it ain't here no more. I'm like, what the hell? So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. And that is so annoying, you know, because it's nice to have that, isn't it? I mean, you guys, you know, you've got your name going across there, some they think, oh, it's not important, but no, it's not important. But it's just nice to have, you know. But you are there. You do get the alert come up on the screen when the channel's live. You'll get it come up actually on the live stream in the middle of the screen, saying that you just followed or subscribed or whatever you're doing. So that is a good thing. But unfortunately, I can't do the. I could put it in, but then it's just. I don't know what I could do with it to make it look at least respectable or presentable on the actual stream there. Put it in the corner somewhere, or I can't even put no. You know, it just says the name. Okay, it's a name. Okay, well that's someone's name scrolling, but you know it doesn't say. You know, for new people coming to watch, what's that? There's a name scrolling a lot up and down all along there. It's just, what does that mean? You know, that's why on the one that's the subscriber it says most recent subscriber. You know. So when you like, when you follow, whatever you do, it will pop up as an alert on the actual stream, but it won't go across. So until they fix that, or I'll keep an eye on it, or until something happens with that, there's not a lot I can do about that. Like I say, it used to be there, but it's a shame really. Because obviously I'm multi-streaming. I'm streaming to YouTube and the Facebook. You know, a couple of people, people that watch my channel, they said, "Oh, hey DB, why don't you multi-stream using Restream? I mean, it's fantastic, blah blah blah." It is. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really good, and I'm still considering it. I haven't ruled it out. There's a big question mark. Okay, because at the moment there's a delay anyway. There's a delay. So I'm streaming live, and there's like, I don't know, maybe a minute, couple of minutes delay, say a couple of minutes or something like that delay, right? Which is fair enough, right? It sort of stops the cheating and that on certain games. Trouble is, if I go to restream, I can do multiple streams from there. It's less resources on the system, blah blah blah. I'm not so worried about that because I've got a beast. The system's pretty powerful anyway, so that's fine. It can handle that. But it's a fact that there isn't a feature in OBS at the moment. It says multi-stream. Okay, multi-stream. They class. You can only do, unless they're going to add more features, I don't know. But you can only do like YouTube or Twitch or whatever. You can only do 2 things at a time. That's it. So I can multi-stream to YouTube and. Well, no, hang on. It's only coming up. Sorry, it's only showing. Yeah, so it can either be YouTube and Facebook, or Twitch and Facebook, or something and Facebook. There ain't even a thing there that I can change that. You know, you click that multi-stream, Facebook comes up. I can't add, or I don't know how to. Again. You know, there's not an option there. There's not like a drop down where you can add more, you know, link more accounts. Like, you know, you want to link your Twitch, your YouTube, Facebook, your whatever. Can't do that. Restream, however, if I stream using multi platforms, which you can, like YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever I want. There's loads of them. Right? Yes, it's not using the resources. It's only using it, you know, the ones from your system. Then what's happening is I'm streaming live. That then gets sent to a server somewhere closer to wherever my location is that I've chosen to restream. Okay. Restream then processes that. And according to the settings that I've put, if I want to send that stream that I've just sent to them out to YouTube, out to Twitch, out to Facebook, out to whatever, right? That's what it does. Now, we've then got, you know, a delay. Now, I don't know whether that's another minute, another couple of minutes. So if I'm already at, say, a couple of minutes delay on the YouTube stream, add another couple, that's 4 minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes, I don't know, but it's round about there. But that is, to me, I'm sort of on the fence. That's quite a big delay, you know. Especially when if you get people coming on and they're using the chat, you've got online chat there and they're chatting away, and you know they're chatting to you. You're speaking to them. People that are watching are seeing the chat, but they're seeing it like 3 or 4 minutes behind. But then you're not talking about what they're seeing because you've already spoken about that 3 minutes ago. So or whatever. So this is the bit that I'm on the fence about. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I should do it and try it and time it and see what happens with it. And see how we go. I might, you know, I'll give it a go and see. I don't know. The only other problem I've got is that you can only stream at certain resolutions to Facebook, I believe. And what I do know is you can only stream up to 4 hours or a certain limit. There's also a limit. You've got to be careful when you stream to different platforms. Different platforms have their, you know, their cut-off points where so much bitrate. You can only stream up to a max bitrate, blah blah blah, or you know, and so forth. So I don't know how Restream will do that. Whether I think I looked at it, and I think there's a paid service where you can do the recoding. So basically, you can do all your platforms, but then it will restream to that certain platform at their stipulated, you know, what they've got their grounds at. So if they're saying you can say you can only stream here, say I don't know, 3,500 bitrate, no more. That's your max. So if I'm streaming at 6,000 here to YouTube, I think 9,000 is the max. I think Twitch is slower. So that's what I mean. You've got to be careful. You know, because it's just going to start, people watching, they're going to start buffering, it's going to start causing problems. It might be all hunky-dory on YouTube, but then Facebook, it's, you know, it's going to be something else going on there. Twitch, you know, there are people there on Twitch, they're going to start watching it and seeing it's going to be a buffering thing. Well, that was a quick in and out, didn't even quick. Oh, here we go. So yeah, we'll do this dungeon and I'm going to go and grab a coffee, I think. And we are on City of Ash 1, so it's an easy one, thank God. Yeah, so I don't know, I think $16 they wanted a month, and that was a basic. I don't know. So, yeah. I mean, I think if I had like, you know, if I had like 1,000 subscribers and things like that, I'd probably do that. I probably would go restream and pay the monthly subscription to get the recoded to do all that, but I haven't. So until that happens, I don't think I'm in a position, because it's going to cost me. And yeah, I mean, if I had, like I say, if I had over 1,000 on paid subscribers, yeah, I'd probably do that. So then I can stream the content to different platforms. And, you know, I just want you guys to see, you know, and join in what I'm doing, and you know, I get to play the games I like or whatever. And if you guys want me to play a game that you want to see, and you know, that's what it's about.
Here they come. Ready. Fire.
It's not. I've done this, set up this channel, right? Not because I want to just show off games that I like, that I want to play. It's not about that. It's, I believe, you know, that it's got to be fair. It's got to be. It's for everyone, isn't it? If you guys want to see a certain thing going on, you know, then I'll get that game loaded up and play it. Get on with it and have some fun with it, you know. no good me just doing the stuff I want to do, and that's ain't going to get nowhere, is it? I'm just following these, so. Is he going to come down? Oh, look at that. See that crit I just did? That's as bad as I thought. No. Look at Brimmy Chico, it's lovely, isn't it? I just sit here and do loads of damage still. Run away, man.
For Lord Dagon!
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly. Rise, minions! Stop before it's too late. Rise, minions!
Right. Yeah, I think it's gonna go and grab a coffee, I think. Yeah, it's nice to hear that. Is that Jeddah? Batian? Do you know, I can't pronounce that. But yeah, I'll tell you what, right? You just play it, build your characters or character, whatever. Experiment with different abilities. Do it, you know, whatever you feel. Do you know what? You become a better player in this, right? When you're comfortable with what you're doing, right? Don't let anybody sort of, you know, say, oh no, you shouldn't be having that, you shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be having all the abilities, don't need this, don't need that. You do what you feels comfortable, you know, because if you're comfortable with what you've got set up, right, then you're going to be able to maximise your potential and what you're actually doing with the character, what you're playing, you know, what you're doing, what you're focusing on, you know. If you're not, you're going to get confused, you're going to get frustrated, and you know it becomes a chore, and you don't want it to become that. You want it to be fun. You want it to, you know, go out and explore and enjoy what you're doing, and you know, experiment. But yeah, you're doing the right thing. But have fun doing it. I'm gonna go and grab a coffee, I think. So I should be back. As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, I'll be back. I'll tell you what, we have got some other games coming up we're going to be doing. We're going to be knocking a few out, obviously, you know, sort of swapping between a few. We've definitely got this one because this is like an ongoing MMORPG, and it was a choice between this and Final Fantasy. I have done some videos on the channel to Final Fantasy, which is similar to this. This and Final Fantasy, you know, they're both within their own right, you know. So, and I think I spoke about it on one of the videos on here. I think brought out about Final Fantasy and this and the pros and cons, the difference between the two. And to be fair, you know, they're both good. If you like a good story, you like, you know, to get involved, you're intrigued by what's going on in the lore and what, you know, everything. Both of them are good. Final Fantasy Online or this, depends what sort of setting. Final Fantasy has its own. That's the difference, isn't it? It's Final Fantasy. It has its own. If you don't like that sort of setting, then come on to this, because this is more, I don't know, what would you call this? More sort of dark, the dark era and that. Final Fantasy is more sort of, you know. But they, each one has everything. Come on, everything has their pros and cons. I can't please everyone, but yeah, I like this because of the story, because of the ongoing experience of, you know, just playing through, and there's so much to do and enjoy yourself with, enjoy the game with. So, right. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to be back. I'm back. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I've done. I've learned everything I've learnt myself. I've experimented with all different abilities. I've got my own little, you know, people say, oh, use Mother of Sorrow, use this, use, but you know, you play it how you want to play. You've got to be comfortable with that character. What's the point of playing the game? What's the point of running about, enjoying it? You know, if you're not comfortable, you've got to be comfortable, and that's what makes you a better player in the game. Especially when you know, it's no good being in it, working with others in a group or whatever, and you absolutely feel useless. You know, you want to feel that you're contributing something that you're good at, and the way you've set your character up, what you're doing is what's going to make you. You know, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own play style. So, right, where's we going? Where was we going? We was going there. See, at the moment I'm doing map completions, right? So I'm on this one at the moment. So I'm going to go in there, grab that. Nice little sky shard in there. I'll tell you what though. I don't have loads and loads of add-ons, right? But in this game, or if I can get add-ons in games, then I will. But I don't want add-ons that are literally going to spoil the game for me. So I don't want everything just going to make it simply, you know, I can just relax and just chill out and run around. What I've got is the sky shards and lore books, and obviously the mini-map. I do like a mini-map. I don't want to keep, you know, running around pressing that every second of the day like that. It's ridiculous. So without spoiling the game for me too much or anything, little mini-map you can get. The best thing to do if you're not sure about add-ons and that, go. It's free. You can download. It's called Minion, M-I-N-I-O-N. Right, download it, install it. It's free. Right, follow the instructions to select your ESO client and everything, and it will install. You open that up and you click on a tab that says look for more add-ons. All you can put there's loads here, but you know, the sky shards, lore books, and minimap. That's really all you need. That way, as you can see on my minimap, it shows me the sky shards, which is, I'll bring the big one up. See these here? Look, see that little symbol? Right, means it's black. I've set it up so anything sky shard that's coloured in white means it's in the open world. Anything that's black, like that sky shard there, look, see it? This little symbol here is black, means it's inside something. It could be in a delve or somewhere. It's underneath something. If it's white, I think I've done all the white ones. In fact, let me go and check that to make sure we've got that set up. Sorry, I think I set them as green. They should be green, the outside worlds. Let me go and check if I can remember how to bloody do it. I've done it for so sky shards. Oh, I haven't said it. Yeah, look, pink colour for sky shards in the overworld. Yeah, I didn't do it. Right, so if I set that for a nice green, alright, accept. Alright. So as you can see, lore books, minimap, sky shards. That's it. That's all you need. You don't want too many add-ons because add-ons, you know, too many can cause problems. I've found that the sky shards, lore books, and minimap, they don't really cause a problem. If you've got at least, I'd say you'd want it like you want 8 gig of RAM. If you've only got 4 gig of RAM, then don't have the minimap. The minimap does, you know, use a bit of RAM. You know, you want a couple of gig of RAM just to have that minimap running, right? Because that's like having that main map up all the time, but in a smaller version. That's all it is. It just manipulates the actual existing map that you've got. So you don't want that. If you've got 8 gig of RAM, yeah, go ahead. Put your lore books, sky shards. They take up minimal amount, right? You can have them on as little as if you've got 3 gig of RAM, let alone 4. But 4's, I think, probably most systems now got 4 easy. Yeah. Now, if I click on, now I've set that to green, right? So if I click on this, just see if I can. Yeah, look, there we go. See now at a glance, it just makes it a little bit easier for me. You know, looking at the whole thing, I think, oh, what do I do? Do I go and do delve? Oh, there's one over there, green. Right, I can teleport to there, run to it. Boom. I haven't got to go in delve, so I haven't got to. You know, it's out on the. You know, it's above the ground somewhere because it's green. If I go, see, look, there's loads on in the PvP area. Look, central part. Look, loads of green, so I can go and get them. There's quite a few there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I might just think, oh, I just want to go and get a few sky shards, like, but I don't really go through delves at the moment. I'm a bit tired or whatever. Let's see what. Yeah, look. So I could come to here and grab these ones if I want. Just go to the green ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on there. So every 3 will give you a point. You know. Also, doing all the quests. Don't just do the storyline. Do the side quests as well. Just get involved in each map. Run around, do your story and your main class story and everything. But do the side quests as well. There's all my law books. Look, see. Yeah, do the side quests as well. Get involved in the story, the lore, and what's going on in that particular area and everything else. You know, I tell you what, it becomes. It's fun. It's so the immersiveness. If you get involved in it, the immersiveness of the game just is brilliant. You know, you can get right in depth in there and have a good time doing it. You know, this is not the sort of thing. It's not like League of Legends or an RTS where you just go in, boom, 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 and just a bit quick. You know, this is something. These sort of games is where you want to get involved in your own way, you know, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy it. Enjoy the adventure. That's what ESO is all about, and Final Fantasy and them sort of things. So. But that's what I say. I never say to someone, oh no, that you should do that. That's why you die a lot. Blah blah. You know, you're gonna die if you've got the wrong gear. You're gonna die if you've got the wrong abilities. You're not pump out enough damage. Well, you know, it doesn't matter. It's what you. I could give you a build, like you could copy mine, the sorcerer, and start doing all this, right? But you might not be comfortable. You might get so confused, it's too overwhelming, and you just can't get on with it. Well, that's not going to help you, is it? You know, you're going to die a lot. You're just not going to be able to grasp it. So the idea is just experiment with all the abilities. Do, you know, plop them in, have a bash at them, and think, oh, I like that. You know, and away you go. I'd rather someone with me in a group, or people in a group with me that have got classes that they've built themselves, that they've experimented with their abilities, and they can actually play the game. They can actually be part of the group, you know, and contribute something, rather than just go in and haven't got a clue what they're doing because they're getting confused. You know, they're just following YouTube setups and stuff. Don't get me wrong, they're all good. They're people with experience like me and that have, you know, got builds and everything. But that doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to, you know, start off learning yourself, learning your own class. That's gonna, do you know what? I'd rather that someone with me do it like that than someone that's just grabbed a build that because they've been told that that's the best or whatever. I'd rather someone that's, you know, it's got their own thing going. Let me put that in. I have to keep doing this. Let people know. But right, so let's yeah, I loot what I can. The only thing I don't like about it is the auction thing. There's no, I prefer a global auction. Like you can just go in, you can buy and sell. But with this, you know, you have to be in a particular guild. That guild has to purchase or the rental for them guild traders in that area or that zone, and you can only buy stuff from that trader, from them guild members that have put in stuff to that. You know, it's not like I go in anywhere in the game, put in sell stuff, and it's going to be globally. You know, anybody can see that. That's the only thing I don't like about that. You know. But yeah. Oh well, it is what it is, isn't it? Just plodding along here. We've got still got 4 hours on there, so that's good. 52 minutes on the buffs there. I mean, I could use potions as well as backups, but oh, there's a big dog going mental. But I've got to find right there. I mean, it's like this one I've got in slot 1. You never see a sorcerer with that on, but it's really a slot I don't really need. I don't, you know, I've got all my DPS. I've got 4 there, which pump out enough. Right, there's some fun with this lot. See what I mean? I hadn't done anything from then. I've got 1 blade out, didn't get to. Oh, 2. Didn't get to fire him off. I really need to just do that blade thing because I need to build that up on my at the moment. Yeah, I really need to be doing that, don't I? Give him some heal. Let's poke him about a bit. And look at that, lovely. Got another one for taking. Oh, another one. Hello. Got some blades. Oh, you little healer, eh? Okay. Drastic measures. Yeah, get out of that. Right, it looks like I've got to go up there, innit? Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. They're up there, look. Eyeballing me. Oh, we've got some bits here. Give it to me. I want all the bits. I'm a collector. Oh, who's on me? Who's on me? Where are you? Oh, it's you lot. Oh, right. Okay. Let's do this then. That's what you get. I might as well try it here now. There's a bag there. Is it good? Typical. Right, there's the stairs. Yeah, I'll definitely come in. Okay, find area. Let's
Heal me!
that true damage that just goes through that. I mean, I can't wait till that upgrades and see what we're going to get out of that. Yeah, I've played loads on me because I've got four of them built up, right? I've got me healer, which I was doing, running about that for a couple of weeks or so. Now I'm doing this one. I've got a necromancer tank, sort of, yeah, tank, DPS, and then I've got a Breton tank. I think that's a, I can't remember if that's a Templar one or what. Oh no, Walden. So I've got a Walden tank. Sort of pally, sort of thing. But I love them, you know. And I'm also planning, not yet, but I will be doing another DPS sorcerer. Well, not, yeah, sorcerer, but with a Templar class, because I want to try something different with the resistance on a couple of bits, and I want to use more of the DPS from the class rather than the, you know. So I'm going to see what happens with that. I mean, that ain't going to happen yet. Do you know what? Am I supposed to be up here? I bet it's in the floor, isn't it? Let's get the blade active just in case. Need to start stabbing people. I bet it's in the floor, isn't it? Oh, it's through the door. Do you know what? I'm blind as a bat. Farrow's tooth. I love these dells. Right, we'll do this and then we'll queue up for another dungeon, I think. The dungeon, if you want to start getting some money, because you get loads of gear, you can sell it, you know. You know, also level up as well, so it's a good thing to do. But don't spoil it and just literally stand there and spam them, because but the odd dungeon here and there is why you're questing around, and that is venturing around is definitely going to help you. It's going to keep you, because you get the shards, you get the where are they? You get, you know, the ones that you bring them. Out of these, the gems, and they're already full up. So you collect these, you know, which is good. What am I at? 46. Got to go and see me horse, my stable, haven't I? I've got loads of stuff in here. Blimey, I'd be here forever. Right. What do we do? What do we do? Do love a loot. Right, let's have you.
Aid me!
Here we go. The good thing about the ESO Plus, right? Oh, this is another thing. They said, someone said to me, oh yeah, but like, it costs money. Right, listen. There was someone, and he went and bought. You can subscribe for the SO Plus, or you can actually go and get crowns, right? Now, to be fair, think about this for a minute. If you subscribe, it's what, £9 or whatever it is, a month, right? That's 1 month. With that 1 month, you get full access to the whole game. You get full access to all the DLCs. You can go in all random dungeons. You go in dungeons you've not been possible. You get access to all the DLCs like the Brotherhood, the Thieves, and all this. You know, everything, right? Plus you get 1,500 crowns immediately. Now, to me, that is a big, huge bonus for 9 quid's worth or whatever. That's what you got to look at. You think, well, you're getting more, aren't you? Not only have you got your 1,500 crowns to go in the store and start getting a mount, say you want a mount or you want, you know, a nice little costume or something, all cosmetic, whatever, right? You've got now 4 weeks of full access to enjoy the full potential, to do whatever you want to do in the game, right? Now, if you didn't have that ESO Plus, you will go and get your crowns. What's that going to do? You're still a free player. You've still got, you're limited to what you can do, what you can and can't. Okay, you've got 1,500 crowns. Whoop you do done. You can go and get a nice costume, nice horse, whatever you want to do. But that's it. Once you're done, you're done. So now you're either going to spend another 1,500, or you're going to purchase a DLC within 1,500 crowns or something. I think it's more than 15. I think. But either way, what's the point? You might as well subscribe. £9 or whatever it is, something like that, a month. You subscribe. And if you haven't got money for the next month, or you can't really afford it, but you can afford it this time round, then unsubscribe. Cancel your subscription. You still keep everything. You keep that month. You're entitled to it. That 4 weeks you've still got. You still keep all them crowns, right? You've paid for that. So let's face it. Don't you think it's beneficial to subscribe for 1 month? You might think, oh, I can afford it this month. I might not be able to afford it next month, but I can afford it now. I might as well do that. That's 4 weeks of enjoyment and of getting, you know, if you like the game, getting in there, and you know. And then come at the end of the month, you might want to keep it there, and come sort of close to the end of the month, you feel you ain't got enough, just go into your account and unsubscribe. Done. Your auto billing will set up auto billing, and that will end. If you unsubscribe, that will end when your month is up. Problem solved. You got the, as they say, you 2 birds with 1 stone, right? You've got 1,500 crowns. You've got 4 weeks of all the DLCs in the game. The only thing you don't have access to is obviously expansions. You've got to, you know, you've got to pay for the expansions to open up the new parts of the game. But I'm talking about all the DLCs for what you've got current to your account. You'll be surprised at how much you can do, what you can do with that ESO Plus. Plus, the most important thing is this little baby here, the craft bag. I can go around and I can loot everything, all the crafting materials, go in my little bag. It's unlimited. There's no limitation. Right, look, 1.2. I can just keep going around looting everything, and it's not going to take up any room in my bag. 112. Nothing goes in there. All goes in there. Obviously, if it all goes in there, you can then take it out of there and put it in your bag. So you still get access to it. Someone asked me that question. If I subscribe and it all goes in there, and then you know, the next month I'm not, how do I get, you know, I've lost all my stuff because I've got to resubscribe again because now it's not active. No, you can click it, and you've got access to what you've currently acquired. You can then, how do we do it? I think you drag it and drop it in your bag. Items, or do ya? Hang on, I know you do something. Let me try something here. Yeah, retrieve. You right click. Sorry, I clicked on that. So you right click the item and retrieve. That will then place it. You've got to have the room. Don't forget. That's quite a chunk, right? That will put it in my bag. That will place it in my bag. Now I've only got 112, so you know. What it means is when you haven't got this, when it's not active, your ESO Plus, everything that you gather with will take up room in your bag. Then you have to go to your bank, start loading that up, whatnot, you know.
Hey, now! I need aid!
Do you really? Oh, I really need to be. Well, no, we are getting there. It's going to take forever, isn't it? So yeah, it's definitely beneficial to subscribe, even if you can get, 4 weeks out of it. Something's there. It is. I've got two up there. So I can quite happily just go around and just keep looting. And you need all these when you start crafting and making stuff. So. Especially if you're a chef and you're making all your food, you make your own food and that. So you can become self-sufficient. Let me see me weapon. Still got a little bit of life on there. I missed him. Okay. Ready. These ones, I tell ya. Wow, so much. Bag there. Look at it now. So you get some good items normally from the bags, but come on, game. Oh, I've got to go that way, haven't I? Sky Shard is up there. What's his name down there? Let's go and do the Sky Shard. Me. I should be doing it really, shouldn't I? Right. Little crit.
I need healing! Flank! Now!
Oh, I don't really want them. They take up room and it ain't worth really much. I only sort of get the items for the so I can make money and get me crafted up on this character. All the loot you collect goes over this global for every character on the ESO, on that bag. So basically, whatever character I'm playing, whenever I'm looting, it's, the only thing that's different is the actual gear and everything, Master. Oh. typical. I hate it. Oh, I hate when they break though. Oh, treasure maps now. Again, I don't really take treasure maps. I'll have a look. I've got a clue where that is.
Just about enough of this.
Tree. So when I see that in the world, a tree poking out like there, you've got a tree there, so there's something there, treasure. I don't keep these. Don't keep that. Not using that. You can buy them or get them blank ones. There's an ability you can use to actually fill them, but.
To the side!
Wait, not on the floor. Oh, killing spider. Recipe. Putting a bag up. What have we got? Oh, we got that. So don't want that. Oh, there's me man now.
You must reach my brother. We are packed soldiers. We were sent here to clean out the bandits, but there's something strange going on here. Cult-like. This isn't your average patchwork band of thieves and murderers. They took my brother Nathan below. You must free him.
I'll be at this a while.
You're not one of these cultists. Ugh, get me out of here. Thank the gods he lives. We agreed that if we separated and neither one of us could reach the other, we'd try to get out on our own and meet at the Riften docks. When you get out of this pit, you should meet us there.
I'm hurt!
You have to be quick, and you have to be able, or you'll be dead.
Heal me!
Move to flank!
Circle around!
From the sides! Circle around!
Freedom at last. I don't know how much longer I could have survived. I saw such horrors, both waking and dreaming. Golden coins, the color of pitch. Nirn draped in cold silk. What could it mean? Meet me back at Pariah Abbey, friend. We must learn more.
Right, that's that. Where are we on the weapon? Got a bit there. We could get her out. We can sell.
Can I help you?
Sell that stuff. Shame we couldn't repair this one. Loads of stuff to deconstruct. Money's building up. You
How may I serve?
go away. Da-da-da. Set done. Take it, we've got to go back there. Okay. Trying to build skill up my ability. I do love that because I'm on the move all the time. And they've got to chase after me, haven't they? I think it looks good. Dungeon time. Got to keep them dungeons going, eh? Just sort of breaks it up. So.
If you can find these goods,
handy area. Okay, we've already done all that. Got another delve there. We will get to that. There's a book. It's probably underneath the bridge because I can't see it. Oh. Pardon. That's good to keep actually. Because this is going to be a delve. Yeah, it is. Oh, hang on. Might not be. Oh, that was handy. It's just a recipe. Need that one. What we got here? We've got clothing. Let's build it. We're at 41, so we're nearly there on that. So, Andy, can we do anything? Yeah. Training. That was Andy, Harry. Not much to. No, there ain't. God, I'll tell you what. It'll take forever that. Oh, we've got to do it all nice. Never get any bloody rings that I can research. 19. That's, I think that took forever on my last one. They got them all here. $31 on that. Get up to 50. We've got Mr. Blade. So there. I think that'll be a lot. Do I need to make any what we got? 28, 43 now, we've got plenty. I've done that. That was handy. Nice. Oh look, 400 there. We've got 31 extra, so it's a handy. Quite like this little thing. Yeah, them. See the red balls that are spinning around that chap there, right? That class. That's the ebon. So the red ones is ebon, which you get from oh Christ, was it Cryptovarts? Is it? I don't remember. I think I'm sure it's Cryptovarts. Ebon. And what that does is it gives you a buff 1,000 something health for you and the group members. Obviously it's heavy. But the red balls that spin round, that's not an extra buff, it's just, well, it's just to let you know you got the full set, so that's all that is, to show off that you got a nice set. But it's a tanky set, so because it's heavy and but it looks good. Now you've got the worm coat, which is what you normally use if you're sort of a healer. There's the blue ones that spin round you. The green ones are the I believe, stamina. And I can't remember what set that is. What I am going to do is just nip downstairs for a few minutes. Oh, I don't like that song. I don't know. How it do? I'll be back in a sec. Got another delve. Might as well go there because it's local. Oh, we got dolmen there as well. Should have done that. Let's go and do the dolmen first. Get that out of the way. Have we done it? No, we ain't done none. So might as well. So we're going to wait for it. Oh well. We shall wait. Don't know when it was done, so. We are going to have to wait. Hello there, Bifo.
Summon the blood sacrifice.
Let Cold Harbor remake Nirn in its own image.
Here we go.
Lord of domination and brutality, we sacrifice this innocent in your name.
We sometimes admire our prey, and secretly applaud when it cheats our snares. Your strength will be rewarded one day.
Job done. our dungeons ready. Oh no. Oh well. Let's hope we got a group that can do this one. Do we have? Oh, it's not gonna be good. Not gonna be good. I don't know. It's normal, so it might be alright. We shall see. Are we skipping? Are we doing it? Looks like we're skipping.
Drop your picks, friends. It is time to leave this place. Quickly, follow me.
Hinjas? How did you? Never mind.
I'm just following the others, so.
Keep moving. I will guide this line.
This city will be your grave.
They're all dead? Good. Keep your tails low. One of their strongest is just ahead.
Oh, he's disappeared. Where'd he go?
Stones are ours to command. We will bury you.
I arrived
Got
too
me down
late.
right at the last minute.
Chaos. I guided the first group back to the swamp. You are free, friends. Leave this place.
Angels, is that you?
Yes.
Bless you. More of our shell killer through that gate. Please.
When I get up, your bones
will make fine mortar.
Treat. Jacine, we are here to rescue you.
It is Mima and Bonti. Are you all right? That was a savage beating.
All according to plan. Now, the 4 of you should swim to safer waters. My companions and I will...
Chudan has broken her bonds.
Sorry, love me.
While I... well, good job, I guess.
Mock dwellers, what have you done?
It is Nakesh. We have killed your pet. Release the rest of the Suzanil tribe, or suffer the same fate.
You know we need something that pops up on the screen to let you know your weapons.
No,
yeah, there might be an add-on for that actually, I might keep
Zalnur
that.
prepares your elders for sacrifice, even as we speak. Their blood will
Just let you know your weapon is charging.
as will yours.
It's fun half the time, I keep forgetting.
Invaders!
Bare your fangs, Zitzat!
Ah, you made it. I have searched high and low, but I cannot find any sign of Zalnur or the Elders. It is also very, very quiet. That either means the Zitzat have fled, or they have gathered in great numbers to kill us all. I hope it is the second. I am filled with sap and fury.
Now, kill them!
Serious? Yeah.
Another glorious victory. I just need a moment to gather my wits. And throw up. Keep looking for Zalnur. I will be right behind you.
We will bury you!
Friends, our foolish cousin freed us, but that beast Zal-Nur caught him. We must hurry.
Kill puny rat.
Stand back, or I will...
You not escape! You die! Trample stupid rats! Zal-Nur will crush your heads! All fear, Zal-Nur! You not be clean for long!
Wow, he's nowhere near me. What the hell?
Zal-Nur strong! Zal-Nur break ground! Ground break you! Washing not make you safe, slave scum!
Soon, one of the beasts broke free.
You die, slave scum! Die! 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 No! You die! You...
I had him with short spines. I know it didn't... I just need...
Up, muckmouth. Now!
Indolent! Worthless! The Zitsat do not suffer weakness! Drench the elders! Kill the invaders!
Who's there? She means to twist us into monsters. Please, you must set us free.
My God. Floor 24/7. Yeah, we all get in now. It's all 3 now, aren't they?
Sono to heal! Mother Root, Father Stone! Grant me your strength! Dry-skinned savages! This city will be your grave! Wither and die! Beasts in amber! Wake and remember! Minds are weak.
Oh, I hate it when he does this.
Rise, Amber Shade of Salnor!
Die! Die! Die!
Can't do nothing for the whole bloody fight now, no. Nothing.
Deep and fall to madness. Enough! Wake vines and drag them to Sithith. Plant the seed and reap the harvest. Let me open your eyes! No! You will feed the roots! You will!
It is time to make this witch pay. You attack from the right. I will... Late again. I erect the spine of deep disappointment. So, this is the Mad Hist.
Anything I can do for you?
Do you see how it leaps and twists its roots? I hope the elders can help.
That ladder was not kind to old news. You have done well, King Joss. Very well indeed.
Thank you, Root Mother. But my companions are the real heroes. I spent most of our adventure lost or unconscious. I was...
Reckless? Yes. But the chick that tumbles out of the nest is not without virtue. Courage, even a fool's courage, is always worthy of praise.
Thank you.
This hist. I hear it now. It is in anguish. Mighty hist, hear the cries of your children. Loosen your roots and unfetter your leaves. Sleep dreamless and long. Sleep and be at peace. Quiet now. Good. With rest and clean water, it may yet remember what it means to be a hist. Thank you, friends.
Yes, victory for Himjaz. Victory for the Zuzahi. Sorry, the cheering can wait, I guess.
Soot.